Jed brought up the idea of the pound today and how it's being squeezed, and it absolutely is with the news coming out of Great Britain today. So we've gone from a multi year low, or rather at least a multi-move low here at 120. I think it is a multi-year low, but we've spiked there all the way up to 124 or so, and you can see it was a multi-year low. So I just wanted to pull back a little bit so you could see that. But the thing to keep in mind here is we're coming back into a value zone, and it's a low value zone, but it's the top of this bar right here, 124.78. So that's the area that I'd take a peek at. And if you pull back even further, that's looking at a couple years. Let's get back to about a shorter term, and you can see right here on the hourly chart. So this is going back to June. So we're looking at about 6 months here. You're looking at a favorable bounce, but one that's probably not going to last. And why do I say that? Well, we haven't really traded above this 127 zone. We did early December when we had another bounce, but I think what's going on right now is you're seeing pressure put on the dollar, and that is what's going to push our U.S. markets down here a little bit. Currencies are telling you this. Natural gas, the way it behaved a couple weeks ago, up 30%, down 40%, back up, is telling you the same thing, that things are going to be starting to move here a little bit. So the currency play is one that we're watching here closely, and the dollar is down significantly from its high of near 104. It's down to 10. I think it got down to 160, 100 spot 60, and I think it goes a little bit further. It might just go to par 100 and then tick back up, or it could go down as far as 96, which would put pressure further higher on some of these other currency plays, just to trap some of the people that have gotten short here over the last 3 or 4 months. And that makes a lot of sense. Usually market tries to, give one more exit. So if we get above, this area really where we are, 125, if we get above that number, we could climb pretty steadily up to, say, 130, and you need to be aware of this. So that's why we always pull back a little bit, time frame wise, and you can see we're at value on the 6 month look. But here we are again on the short term chart. We've had a huge spike. 125 is right above us, and I said if we get above that, you'd have to look at different time frames. But then you're looking at 125.88. And then possibly, again, all the way up to that 128, 130 level. There's a lot of people that are just looking to get break even, so they're giving them a chance to get out. If you wanted to sell, I'd say, again, probably this bounce here is pretty significant that you could probably put on a counter trend trade from 124.30 up to 125.40. So you'd have to take 100 pips plus of heat, scale into the bigger side up towards this top up here at 125.80. That's really how I would play it if I were looking for a trade. So I think if you're not in on the long side, you've missed the big move, and probably appropriate to start looking at short counter trend trades right now. It's on the opposite side. So take a look at that, and just an idea that Jed brought up that I think is a really good one.